Hello, everyone, and welcome to the SD channel, aka Spiritual Desires, for we are always spiritually led to our utmost desires. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Today, we are going to be doing a full spread for all zodiac signs. For all zodiac signs are welcome here in this safe space. Let it be known that my readings are for entertainment purposes only, so please understand that some things may resonate, however, some things may not. Just apply what does and leave what doesn't. But if you are in need of a personal reading and you need a more in-depth look in your personal situation, please look at the information in the description box below, for it has my mentor's information. She is an amazing life coach and spiritual advisor, and she offers many services that you can use to help heal and move and to help progress your life. Okay, so reach out to her if you feel as though some of her services you can use. Well, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Well, collective, I hope that you are feeling well today. I hope that you are doing good. And always, I hope that you are in a safe place and that you are just enjoying where you are and that you are comfortable. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for you today. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? Thank you, Spirit, for joining us in today's reading. Thank you for your guidance. And thank you so much for strengthening us along our spiritual path. All right. So, All right. So the first card you have out here, it says the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel, number 41. All right. Next card you have out here is adjacent possibilities. All right. Number 24. Okay. And I'm going to read the messages from the book for each of these cards. So let's go ahead and get one more. Spirit, one more card, please. What message do you have for the collective? All right. Anything else? All right. Okay, so the last card you have out here, and it seemed like it wants to come out in reverse, but I rarely ever read my oracle cards in reverse. So I'm going to read it to you upright. However, I will try to dissect the messages as if this particular card is wanting to show itself as if it's something that you are in the process of releasing. Because typically when something is in reverse, it means that you are getting rid of it, right? And with this card, as you can see, it is the anxiety card, number 18. If you are releasing anxiety, that of course would be a wise thing to do. If something has been either holding you back or just frustrating you, or you have been worrying about something specifically, please release it. And so we're going to dive deeper into the messages to see what's going on here. But just off of first glance, it does seem as though you are in the process of releasing something that has been holding you back. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck here, you have the third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. Please don't hold me to that word. I could be pronouncing it wrong. But as you can see, it is the third chakra and it is number 37. All right. So there is a lot of chakra energy here. So maybe you are becoming more aligned with yourself. Maybe your chakras are starting to open itself up. And maybe you are just healing certain chakras, right? You are healing yourself. But let's go ahead and start reading the first message here. Okay, number 41. Okay, so again, this is the seventh chakra, Archangel Uriel, and it says spirit, connections, intuition, and inspiration. All right, it says the beautiful angel Uriel, also called the fire of God, wears a brilliant crystal. Hold on. Wears a brilliant crystal crown, vibrating with a passionate connection to the divine. She brings great power to your seventh energy center, which is called the crown chakra and is located at the top of your head. This card upright indicates an open and free flowing channel of information and inspiration from the wonderful beginnings in the spirit world. This could also be a time of great intuition for you and guidance from your higher awareness. So allow yourself to quiet your mind and listen. Now is a great time to get connected. The assistance from spirit is great, and whether it's the presence of an ascended master, a powerful angel like Uriel, or just a loving friend and family member in spirit, their love and willingness to assist is always there. They even open you up to the Akashic records, the storehouse of all information. This connection is open now, and you will find that your own spirit and the spirits of those around you will be able to provide the answers you seek and the blessings you desire and deserve. Okay? Affirmation: my seventh chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so as you can see, this is really about you grounding yourself mentally. This is about you opening yourself up to the spiritual strength that is around you. And so this is about you gaining clarity for what it is that God has placed within you to understand. All right. Now, I did see in this book specifically that these cards do have a reversal meaning. So when I get back to the anxiety card, I'm going to read both the upright and the reversal meaning. And of course, if it resonates with you, then you will know that this is your story. Okay. All right. But let's go ahead and move on to the second card. Let's see. Okay. So for the second card here, again, it is adjacent possibilities, number 24, and it says many unconsidered options. All right. It says sometimes the force of habit keeps you stuck and unaware of potentially healthier and happier choices at hand. Yet every moment gives you the option to open a different, hold on, to open a different door and take a different course, whether it's in your thoughts, behaviors, or major life decisions. Unlike the indecision card, which indicates confusion and vacillation about which course to take, the adjacent possibilities card is here to tell you that you have many options and it's time to take a wider look at things. As you consider the many life choices available, you'll feel more and more empowered and motivated to make the decisions that bring happiness, strength, and forward motion. Okay? In terms of your goals, this card could indicate unknown and previously unconsidered ideas. Perhaps there's a marketing tool you haven't thought of, a connection you haven't tapped, or even an entirely different direction that would be more suited to you. Be conscious, be aware, and be flexible and willing to take new and different action now. The affirmation reads, I am open and willing to take my life in new directions. I am becoming more aware of my many options for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and in all my choices each day. Okay, so collective, clearly there are options available to you. There are different opportunities that are around you that maybe you have not taken notice of yet. So I would just say be mindful and open to new things that are coming in. Don't assume that if something doesn't look like it would be something that you want, that it isn't good for you. Okay, so that could be a person, a place, a thing. Something or someone could be coming in to offer assistance or to offer you a new opportunity. But you need to be open and receptive to anything that's coming in, even if it isn't what you initially thought you wanted. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the anxiety card. Okay. Okay, so for the anxiety card, it says worry or decisions. Decisions. Worry or distress. Okay. The woman on this card is filled with anxiety, worrying about something that causes her a great deal of discomfort. Receiving this card upright may indicate that you're experiencing a time of increasing stress, perhaps even a situation that you find yourself brooding about much of the time. However, if you'll notice the scene outside the window, the storm is distant and perhaps even moving away. Whatever is going on, this card is telling you to release the worry and let yourself relax. Brooding and fretting will never solve things. So trust in yourself and your process. When you live with a relaxed heart and mind, you're far more likely to receive the solutions that you seek. Okay? Now, there's also a reversal meaning for this card. And again, since it did come out as if it wanted to come in reverse, I am definitely going to read that. Okay, so the reversal meaning of this card says, finally, relief. This nightmare of a card reverse could mean one of two things. Either a recent problem is on its way out, causing you to feel more relaxed, or you have mastered the old habit of worry and have freed yourself from the anxiety within. Either way, anxiety reverse is a good omen of more relaxed and peaceful times to come. Maintain a trusting attitude and let the difficulties and fear thoughts fade away into the distance. The affirmation says, let go of fear and worry. I assume the best and live in peace. All is well. Okay? So I think that's a beautiful way to end that message. Know that all is well. Know that if there has been something that has been worrying you or causing you a sense of anxiousness, that one, you are releasing it. If you have not yet started to release it, you know, put in the work to let go of that fear. But again, if you have already started to cleanse yourself from this anxiety, know that what's to come, you are bringing in more peace and more tranquility as you let go of these things. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going here. Let's see. All right. I'm being called to grab this deck. Okay, Spirit, clarify the seventh chakra. Thank you. Spirit, clarify the seventh chakra. All right, this one too. Okay. Spirit, clarify the seventh chakra. Wow. Okay, so your chakras are definitely opening up because you have a lot of messages that are coming through when it comes to your chakra healing here. Okay, so the first card you have out, it says Ghana. I believe so. Oh, Gaia. I think I'm saying that right. Okay, Mother Gaia. All right. And she's all about groundedness. She's all about tranquility. She's all about connecting with Mother Nature. She's all about being flexible and going with the wind, going with the flow of the earth. Okay. So this talks about you needing to ground your energy, you needing to open up yourself again with your root chakra. And in doing that, it grounds your energy so that clarity can come in. So if you've been confused about a situation, if you've been worrying about a situation, if you've been concerned with how something is going to play out, ground your energy so that God can give you the insight that you need to move forward. Okay. All right. So the next card you have out here, it says trust. All right. So trust in yourself, trust in your intuition. Oh, not trust. It says truth. I'm sorry. It's a little difficult to see. The lighting is a bit off. Okay, so it says truth. Okay. But maybe I did say trust for a reason. So still keep that in mind. Trust in your own guidance, trust in your own intuition. But also be candid about how you truly feel. Okay. If you are worried about something, if there is something that you need to speak up about, be willing to tell your truth. Be willing to be vocal about what it is that you're experiencing, okay? Um, Also, a truth could come out, a truth could be exposed. So maybe you start to receive information for something that was once hidden, and you are starting to gain the clarity that you need. Maybe someone comes in and tells you something that they either saw, that something that they heard, and whatever information comes in, it's helping you to see it's helping you to gain the understanding that you always needed, okay? Maybe you have been confused about a situation, but now that this information comes to light, it not only exposes what was once hidden, but it gives you the info that you needed to move forward in a particular direction, okay? All right, the next card you have out here, it says silence. All right. So with this, especially coming in after the truth card, again, maybe someone was holding back. Maybe you yourself, collective, have been holding back on expressing something. Maybe there was something that you were worried about. There was some information that you yourself were holding on to and you were worried about exposing it. Maybe because uh, maybe it exposes you, maybe something that you yourself did that you didn't want others to know about, or you are maybe trying to cover up for someone else, right? Like maybe this secret that you are now relaying, it was to protect someone else that you love. But unfortunately, these secrets are having to come out in order for you yourself to progress in life. Okay, maybe it was holding you back. All right, so those are just a few messages that I'm feeling here. And if you have been holding on to secrets that hinder others, it behooves you more just to be honest and get it off of your chest, right? Because whatever is done in the dark, it will eventually come to light. So just be willing to, if you did something that you shouldn't have, say you're sorry. Be very apologetic about it, and hopefully just move forward and don't make that same mistake again. Okay. All right. And then the next card you have out here, it says surrender. All right. So again, this is just about you um, being open, being honest, and letting the chips fall where they may. All right. Let God handle it. Okay. If again you were hiding something specifically, it's now time for you to stop lying. If you've been lying, it's now time for you to stop holding on to that information and just get it out there so that you can move forward, because keeping this secret hidden or keeping this, inside, it has not been helping you. And in order for you to have this radical rebirth that I know God is placing in your life, you are going to have to do things do things righteously. Okay, so don't try to be underhanded and don't try to get away with things just because you think that if you were to expose the truth, that it's going to some kind of way, cause issues in your life. All right. No, being open, being honest, being truthful is always the way to go. And that is, truth is the light. Okay. Truth is the way to the light. All right. So just be mindful of that. And again, it takes a very, it takes a good person to do things the right way, even if they know that it can cause people to look at them in a different light than what they are initially used to, right? So if you know that, again, you've done something that you don't truly align with and you maybe made a mistake, be open to saying that. Say I made a mistake. Say I did something wrong. Okay. It takes a very uh it takes the right it takes how can I say it? Um when you do good, when you do right, that makes you a good person. No matter what the outcome is, no matter what the consequences are, do right by your soul, do right by God, and in return, He will do right by you. Okay? I hope that made sense, y'all. All right, let's keep going here. Spirit, clarify adjacent possibilities. Spirit, clarify adjacent possibilities. All right. Okay, the first card you have out here, it says sanctuary. All right, so this is about your home life. This is about feeling somewhere, feeling as though you are somewhere that is comfortable, you are somewhere that is safe, you are somewhere that keeps you grounded. Okay, this is about you enjoying your alone time. This is about you just feeling at peace within yourself. Okay, next card you have out here is the solitude card, and as you can see on both of these images, both of these individuals are just enjoying alone time. All right. So, and as you can see, they both, like, she has water and mountains or trees in her background, and she's outside in nature as well. Okay. So this is about just grounding your energy. Maybe you need to get outside and enjoy some nature, enjoy, again, just mother's nature, right? Just being, just being at peace ultimately though. But if you like to go on walks, go to the park, just do something that helps to heal your soul, but spend that time alone, okay? Take that time to connect with God. Take that time to connect with the universe. That is how you receive your insights, all right? And then the third picture, again, she's enjoying her alone time. The world behind her is still moving, it's still lit up. People are still out doing their own thing, but she is inside enjoying herself. She is inside just playing her guitar, right? Just enjoying her own time, all right? And as you can see, this card says simplicity. I don't know if you can read it, but it says simplicity, all right? So keeping it simple, um, yeah, just doing what makes you happy, doing the little things. This could just be a hobby that you like. If you like to sew, if you like to just play music, if you like to read, if you like to do readings, if you just like to paint or something of that nature, right? Just do what feels wholesome for you. Whatever brings you peace, joy, tranquility, and just a sense of groundedness. Do those things. Anytime that you have an opportunity to just spend some time enjoying yourself. All right, all of these people, they have smiles on their face. They are enjoying their own time. They don't need outsiders to come in to make them feel at happy, to make them feel at peace and happy. All right, they are enjoying their time alone. It's just them and God, them and their master. Okay, them and their thoughts. All right, a lot of times you can think things through strategically when you have time to yourself to plan things out. All right, so if you are focused on certain opportunities in your future and you're trying to figure out which way to go, which direction to go in, which offers to take that time to yourself so you can think things through. All right, and just try to disconnect from the world at times and release any outside distractions and noises that could seep in and cause you to make distracting, how can I say this, that are causing you to make unnecessary movements. All right, when things come in out of nowhere, it can take you out of your center, and in return it kind of clouds your judgment. All right, and so you don't want to make unnecessary moves that don't benefit you in any way. All right, all right. Spirit, clarify anxiety. Spirit, clarify anxiety. Spirit, clarify anxiety. Oh, okay, no. All right, so we only have one card for anxiety, and it says labyrinth. All right, so this is all about the road ahead. Things may not be easy, things may not appear simple, And yes, there may be some challenges that are to come. But again, with it falling underneath the anxiety card, I feel as though you are releasing the worry of this, okay? Maybe the road ahead is not one that you expected. But at the end of the day, you know that where you're going is where God is leading you. All right. So even if things don't appear like it's not a straightforward way, the direction that you're headed in is just not straightforward. And so you may have to kind of maneuver through this and that to get to the end goal. Ultimately, getting to the end goal is what matters. So don't worry about the road ahead. Just know that God is protecting you and He is your leader. He is leading you down this new path. So you never have to worry if God is moving you in the direction. If He has already given you the insight that this is the direction for you, believe in that. Okay, listen to that intuitive nudge that you're receiving. All right, because God, as we know, will never steer you wrong. Okay. All right. And then at the bottom of the deck here, you have perspective. And as you see, she's painting. And I mentioned that earlier. If you're an artist, um, enjoy your time doing the things that you love. Okay. So I feel as though when you focus on the things that you love, it helps to align you in every facet of your life. Okay. So spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that, emotionally, doing what you love ultimately brings in brings in a sense of peace that no one can disrupt. All right. And it helps you to heal. So if you have been stressed about something, then doing something that you know brings you happiness, it will help to heal that anxiety that you were once feeling. All right. Okay. What else do we have here? Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead because we're already at 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tarot. All right, so let's see what's going on with the tarot spirit. Thank you, Spirit, so much for your guidance. Thank you so much for strengthening us spiritually and helping us to see what it is that you have for us. All right. All right, let's see here, Spirit. What messages do you have for the collective? Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective? All right. Okay, so for the first card you have out here, you have the Four of Wands. Okay, again, that's about resting. That's about taking your time to relax. That's about taking your time to think things through without disturbances. Okay, so make sure again that you are getting your rest, you are grounding your energy, and you are taking time to yourself so that you don't feel so depleted and that you can really just get your energy back and ground yourself so that you can think things through clearly. Okay. All right, the next card you have out here, it is the Page of Cups. All right, so you could have a message coming in, or you yourself could be sending someone a message. But before you send this message, I think that you need to be mindful of what you're saying. Don't rush. Take your time, and especially if it's a text message, reread it through and through before you send it. But ultimately, also, I'm feeling as though this could be a love offer. Maybe someone that you have feelings for, you finally are ready to express those feelings, and you're finally ready to speak your truth, okay? But whatever it is, it's something that that brings you emotional fulfillment, okay? It's something that you have that you are connected to on an emotional level, all right? So it's something that you're very interested in, all right? And you want to be mindful of how you proceed with this situation because it means so much to you, okay? Things could be changing rapidly. especially once this message comes in. It could really change the trajectory of where you're headed. All right, the next card you have out here, it is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so you are, again, you're becoming very emotionally fulfilled. You're going after the things that you truly desire, the things that bring you happiness, the things that bring you joy. Um, and I think, again, once this truth is exposed, it can help, like it'll be a reward for you. Like it'll feel very rewarding. All right, it'll feel as though you finally released something that was once holding you back, something that was once bothersome for you. Again, once the truth comes out, you can now move forward in a direction of feeling cleansed. All right, you're no longer holding on to something that was once burdening you. All right, and you're now, if you were feeling very distraught about this particular situation, now you can move in a sense of peace because you have released what was once worrying you. Okay. All right, the next card you have out here is the Chariot. So you're definitely moving forward. You're definitely moving ahead in life. You're no longer letting things hold you back. If things were once suppressing you, if things were once feeling as if, or if life was once feeling stagnant, you're no longer like you're no longer letting anything that was once causing you to feel stuck. You've released those things and now you're ready to move forward. Now you're ready to take the lead. Now you're ready to move on in a better direction. Okay. Now, this new direction for you, you may not necessarily be ready to let everybody know about it. You may want to keep some things to yourself. And maybe you're going out on a new venture. Maybe you're moving and you just don't want everybody around you to know, where you're going, what you're doing. And once things finally settle in, then maybe you will, finally give that information to certain people. But in the meantime, I feel as though you are just trying to move in silence. Okay. A random message I'm getting here. If you were experiencing some issues with a vehicle, that is going to be resolved. Okay, either you're buying a new vehicle, or whatever issues you were having with your vehicle, you are going to be able to get them repaired. So if you were worried about money coming in to handle this repair work, uh, you will receive the funds that you need to handle whatever issues with your vehicle you were experiencing. Okay. Spirit, clarify, surrender. Oh my goodness. Okay. Spirit, clarify, surrender. All right. Spirit, clarify, surrender. All right. So you have a lot of cards that just flew out here. Okay. So for the first card you have out is the Strength card. All right. So of course that's just about you being strong. Um, you moving with wisdom as well is what I'm sensing here, but ultimately just you being able to tame the beast. So if there was a situation that was trying to, again, weaken you or suppress you in some kind of way, you have broken free from that and you are now strong enough to move forward in a direction that feels in more alignment with you. Okay, so the next card you have here is the Magician card. All right, so you're doing things your way. Yeah, you're doing things your way. You are manifesting whatever it is that you want, and you have all the tools at your disposal. Okay, so you are not in need of anything to figure out your direction. You have all the information that you need. It comes from within. So whatever it is that you are trying to obtain, just use that spiritual guidance and you will reach that goal. Okay. All right, the next card you have out here is the Nine of Swords. So again, if you have been worrying about your future, if you've been worrying about what's to come, release that fear, release that anxiousness. um, and in return, that will bring in what it is that you seek. Okay, so surrender to God, surrender to the universe. Know that the universe has your back. All right, and ultimately, again, this channel is called Spiritual Desires, right? We are always spiritually led to our utmost desires. So the things that you desire for your life, as long as they align with the things that God desires for your life, you are going to achieve that success. Nothing or no one can stand in the way of that. So don't let fear or worry, don't let that get in the way of you achieving your goals, okay? Don't let that hinder you from moving forward, and don't let that cause you not to have faith in your own beliefs, in your own morals, and the things that you know that are right for you in your life, okay? So let go of the fear, let go and let God. That is one of the biggest messages here. Let go and let God. All right. So the next card you have out here, it is the Death card. All right. So something is ending. Something is and I think you're allowing this in. Like you're not fighting it. Okay, you are allowing things to change. You are allowing things to evolve in your life. And then you also have the Five of Swords card. All right, and I think that's what's ending. And it actually appears like it wants to come out in reverse, which is, like I said, that's what's ending. You are releasing the fear. You are releasing the manipulative thoughts. And it could be a little bit of self-sabotage here. Again, if you were once holding on to something that you knew you needed to get off of your chest, once you get that info, like once you get that information out there, and it is now, you have cleansed yourself from holding on to that secret or whatever it is going to now allow you to release the fear that was holding you back. Okay. So again, I think now that whatever this issue was, it has been exposed, it has come to light. You releasing that is what's helping to open up new doors for you. All right. Because maybe holding on to that was what was causing things in your life to become stagnant. All right. And you were experiencing a lot of impediments and being held back in many ways because you just weren't allowing the truth to come out. Okay. All right. So let's keep going here. Okay. So it's clarify sanctuary. All right. Spirit clarify sanctuary. Come on. There we go. All right. First card you have out here, it is the King of Wands, but it is in reverse. All right. That's what it would be like upright. But again, it is in reverse. Okay. So, hmm, maybe, maybe you're dealing with a situation with your home and you're not feeling as though you have a lot of control where you live. Maybe someone kind of came in and disrupted your peace, or you're just feeling a bit like you're lacking confidence in a situation. Okay. Maybe you are experiencing some issues on the home front, whether it be paying the mortgage, or whether maybe someone came to visit and they've overstayed their welcome, something of that nature, right? It feels as though you're not feeling as comfortable at home as you normally would. And maybe you're trying to figure out what to do about that situation, all right? Yeah, that's kind of a message that I'm getting here. You're trying to figure out, how do I get my peace back at home? Okay. Next card you have out here is the Eight of Wands. Well, whatever it is, whatever info you need, to figure out this home front situation is going to come in. Like I said, if you have been worrying about a mortgage and you are needing funds, the money is going to come in. You're not going to lose your home. Uh, and if you have been dealing with someone that either traveled to you and they have overstayed their welcome, I do see them finally either getting the message or whatever help they need to finally get back on, to finally get things right in their life. They are going to receive whatever info they need to finally go ahead and move on and get their life stable, so you can now have your own peace back at your own home. Okay. Messages could be coming in as well. So someone could again be sending you a text message, or you could be receiving a phone call from someone in particular. Maybe someone that you haven't talked to in a while, or that someone that you haven't seen. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so the next card you have out here, it is the Seven of Pentacles, but it is in reverse. Upright. All right, but again, it is in reverse. Watch your investments. Okay, especially if you are going after something new. If you are, maybe let's say like you're starting a business or you're starting a new job in particular, you may quickly see that this isn't worth the investment. This isn't worth your time. You may not see the benefit of this job or of this business in the beginning. And so I feel as though that's why you're needing to take your time to figure out what it is that you want. You don't want to make the wrong decision or the wrong choice in what it is that you are investing in, especially if you're having to invest a lot of your money. So just be mindful of the opportunities that you take. Um, don't just jump into anything blindly, okay? And just because the door opened doesn't mean that it is the right door for you. If you know that this opportunity is going to, if you know that this opportunity isn't going to bring you the peace that you're looking for, then I would say that maybe this isn't the right option for you and to keep looking for a better offer, okay? Because it may be something that bores you. It may be something that um, that just doesn't align with where you're going, all right? It may be something that ultimately holds you back if you aren't careful. Yeah, if you aren't careful, it could be a situation that ultimately holds you back later on. Spirit, clarify simplicity. Spirit, clarify simplicity. Spirit, clarify simplicity. Anything else, Spirit? Clarify simplicity. All right. All right. Oh, okay. So for the first card you have out here, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. All right. Next card you have out here is the Page of Swords. And then the last card you have out here, which I saw this card earlier, it is the Four of Cups in reverse. All right. Okay, don't get lazy, collective. Especially if you feel as though like you've been going after a job or you've been trying to start a business and things are just not manifesting as quickly as you like. Don't become a victim, okay, to your own reality, all right? Don't, just because things are not what you want, it doesn't mean that they are what they appear to be, okay? So God could be really working things out behind the scenes. All right. And if you have been rejected for a job offer, understand that God's rejection is your protection. I don't fully know how that saying goes, but you get what I'm saying. God's rejection is your protection. Okay. So don't don't give up on yourself. Don't become a why me type of person. If things are not working out in a particular way, it's just because that God has something better for you, and he's trying to stop you from wasting your time, wasting your money, wasting your efforts. Okay. He doesn't want you to invest in something that he knows won't benefit you later on. And he's trying to show you that. He's trying to give you that insight that right now is not the time for you to move. Okay. Take the time that you need to really figure things out before just jumping into something. All right. And I know finances for a lot of us are going through some upheavals, but even if things are kind of looking a little bleak when it comes to our finances, at the right time, things will work itself out. All right. You don't want to end up losing more money because you invested in the wrong thing. So don't accept any offer that comes in because it really may not be the right offer for you. Um, and again, if it doesn't align with you spiritually, then more than likely it won't align with you financially. All right. Okay, so again, with the Page of Swords, I feel like this is just more about you doing your homework. Okay, you need to maybe read up on some things. You need to maybe gain more information about a particular endeavor before you just jump all in. So make sure that you are doing your research. Maybe make sure that if you are signing any contracts, for sure that you are rereading what the contract says. Um, and again, just be mindful of what you're getting yourself into. Okay. If you're needing to study up on something before going all in, then do that. All right. Because if you invest in the wrong thing, it may come back to bite you later on. You may realize that this was never something that even emotionally fulfilled you, right? This was never something that you even truly desired at all. You just went with it because it may have looked like a good idea in the moment. But then once time set in, you realize I never really wanted to go after this in the first place. All right. But also, there could be opportunities around you that you are missing. Okay. So, again, I think I mentioned this early in the reading. Don't don't look down on something because it isn't glamorous, or like don't just assume that something isn't right for you because it's not what you initially thought it would be. Okay. Because later on you could see that it was a good idea for you to talk to this person. It was a good idea for you to again or just meet somebody particular. Like maybe sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, and because a person doesn't look a certain way you feel as though they aren't worth your time. But then once you get to know them, you realize they're one of the best people you've ever met, or they have offered you a sense of advice that helped you in a particular situation that you were going through, or they themselves had something that they offered you that helped bring in more opportunities for you. Okay. So don't judge a book by its cover, and understand that even people we would not think that we would get along with, or we wouldn't think that we would have anything in common with, a lot of times those people can end up being our best friends. Those people can end up being the soulmate that we never thought we needed. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. So don't turn your nose down on anything or anyone just because it doesn't appear a particular way. All right. All right, we are almost an hour in. We're at 50 minutes. We gotta wrap this up. Spirit, clarify labyrinth. Spirit, clarify labyrinth. All right. So the card you have out here is the Page of Wands. All right. So whatever it is that you're going after is something that you really desire. or whatever it is that you need to go after, it is something that will be desirable for you. Okay. Um, you're being guided in the right direction. You are wanting to take action. You are very passionate about whatever it is that you are going towards. Okay, so make sure you keep that passion. And I feel as though releasing the fears of the past is what helping to bring in the passion for you to go down this new path. Okay, because you're now feeling more comfortable in the direction that you're going in. You're now feeling more at peace when it comes to where you're being guided to go. Okay. So make sure that whatever it is that you're going after is something that you spiritually align with, and it's something that feels good to you. Okay. So be decisive. Don't don't let, again, outside influences come in and change your mind or offer you things that really don't align with you spiritually or morally. And just do what feels good to your heart. All right. Open up your open up that spirit within you that just feels at peace. Okay. So stabilize yourself emotionally, and ultimately, in due time, all the things that you have been wanting to attract into your life, those things will start to be drawn onto you. All right. So, yeah, just do what you love, and yeah, honestly, just do what you love. Do what emotionally fulfills you. Okay. All right. Well, oh, let me go ahead and read my T messages. This is going to be Spirit's advice for you today. The first message says, in order to be remembered, leave behind nothing but love. Okay. In order to be remembered, leave behind nothing but love. I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it says. Okay. So, again, do what you love. Know that doing what you love, um, doing what you love helps to attract more loving things into your life. All right. More loving people, more loving opportunities, more loving environments. Do what you love, and ultimately what loves you will come back to you. Okay. The last message says, master the unknown by knowing your deep self. All right. So whatever it is that you are going after, you will become a master at it if it feels in alignment with who you really are. All right. So master the unknown by knowing your deep self. Get to know you on a more personal level. And that way, nothing can come in and deter you from what it is that you are truly trying to go after in your life. All right. Nothing will take you out of alignment and will take you off of the path of your purpose. All right. Well, collective, that is what I have for you in today's collective reading. I hope that you did enjoy it. I hope that the messages did resonate with you. And I hope that some of what I said today made sense. Okay. Because to a degree, it does feel like this message was all over the place. But I still do hope that you got something out of it. All right. Well, until then, please be safe, be blessed, be good to yourself, and be good to others. All right. See you later. Bye.